You were underserved and misled.
Amid allegations of grade altering and other negligence at John F. Kennedy High School, Superintendent Henderson Lewis addressed those affected.
You should be celebrating your senior graduation, but instead you have been forced to question the certainty of your future. I would like to apologize due to the careless and reckless actions of adults they trusted at JFK.
Eyewitness investigator David Hammer first broke this story in March after it was found student grades were changed. But recently, more allegations when seniors who thought they were graduating learned they couldn't because of falsely inflated grades. As of now, 92 of 177 students still haven't met graduation standards, including Denise Dixon's son.
He's not going to get his diploma until he makes up 15 hours for a half a credit.
In addition to Lewis's apology at Thursday night's school board meeting, he also addressed what's next, saying a travesty like this should never happen again.
I have directed my OPSB staff to observe and engage where necessary to support summer school, and we are meeting weekly with New Beginnings to make certain a laser focus is on helping our seniors progress.
As for the upcoming students,
we will audit student records at every high school. If we find a high school with inadequate performance, we will require mandatory training and a plan of action.
And as the board tries to right this wrong, Lewis says nothing is off the table, which could include legal action if warranted. Jay Cunningham, Eyewitness News.
Lewis has sent a letter to the State Inspector General asking for an investigation to see if criminal charges are needed. We spoke with the lead investigator, who says he's aware of the situation and is expected to meet with staff to discuss moving forward.